Good morning. Happy Friday to you.
Buenos
I'm,
dias.
I'm going to try and watch the volume a little, so please help us out. We're using our little things again here, and we just want to make sure that we're not shouting, going over the threshold, etc. I haven't really done a lot more testing with these. I think this is only our second time trying these.
At
Yeah.
least third.
Really?
At least third, yeah.
Wow.
Lori and Cheryl, good morning. Cheryl, yours and Paul's trip looked fantastic.
Yes.
I'm going to move this over so it's out of my way.
So what
Because
can
it's all about me.
Yes. So the first thing I want to share is about taxes in Mexico. We were out the other night, and somebody's like, "Oh yeah, you can just write off all of this stuff." No, we can't. I always tell people I love living here, hate doing business here. The reason I hate doing business here is because there's so many stupid rules and ideas, etc. Now, if we take our clients to a restaurant, we cannot actually write it off unless it's 50 kilometers away, as the crow flies, from our office.
Now, that being said, we do get a lot of write-offs. It's the normal things that as a realtor we can't, like a car.
$10,000. That's all we can spend on a vehicle and get it after that, or up to $10,000. And that's including taxes.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Taking our clients out for dinner is not a write-off for us in our area. We can go Guadalajara. I can take you out. You want to go to Guadalajara?
It's just very strange because we just found out too that vehicles in Canada, it's like $50,000 or $60,000.
Yeah.
Here it's $10,000. Like, what real estate agent is going to drive around in an $8,000 car plus tax, or $8,500 car? Like, who's going to drive around in that? And that's a new vehicle. Who can get a new vehicle for $8,500?
Or something you'd want to take your clients around in.
We can, but it's better to get a remote control vehicle. Yeah. Or like the girls, their little pink car.
Yeah.
We could drive around in one of those maybe.
Maybe.
So it's very strange in Mexico here how their taxes work. I don't even understand it. I really don't. And our taxes are not as crazy. I guess the corporate rate in Canada right now, 54%.
Jeez, ours is only 32, so that's not bad.
Capital gains is 35% here. I imagine it's higher in Canada also. So that means that anything that we save people, they're probably going to have to pay the difference in Canada, more than likely. Guys, you need to leave Canada. Your taxes are getting crazy, and it's only going to get crazier. It really is. So yeah, pretty soon we'll all be working for nothing, which is, I guess, some ways it feels like that for some people right now. The politicians don't believe anybody's hurting right now. They think everybody's fine.
They're lying to themselves.
They are lying to themselves and us. So yeah, that's Mexico. That's life. That's everything. We showed Boracay yesterday. Boracay is the two units we saw one was 1.3, one was 1.7. We're going to show the 1.3 again on Mañana. It's a beautiful, beautiful development. Everything about it is cool. It really is. It truly is a lifestyles of the rich and famous type development. It's the highest level of everything we have here in Bucerias right now. Now, what is the future going to bring? Who knows? I do know that the developers are being stupid by not catering to the low to middle class of buyers. They're not. I mean, they have everything is just above. It's above.
But I have a feeling that it's because land everywhere is just ridiculously priced. So I'm just going to go refill my coffee. I hear it beeping.
But we'll be able to hear her. Wow.
I will keep talking. You'll be able to hear.
Okay, you have to see this. So this is very clearly. This is the box that is doing the projecting. Christy just went, You'll have to hear me.
Like, it was a mistake. I forgot.
She thinks that this has a microphone. It's this that's the microphone. You know what?
It's not necessary that you make fun of me.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. It's what I do.
You don't get to have any of my coffee.
Is there cinnamon in it?
I'm not telling you.
So this morning, the first thing she says to me is like, do you want a coffee? I'm like, yes, I need a coffee in the morning now. Thank you for that. Thank you for ruining this awesome bod. Right?
Yep.
Oh, well.
Sorry, I could not keep a straight face after that comment.
Yeah. So today we are doing a video.
Good morning, Ree. How are ya?
Hello. We are doing a walkthrough today with a family. It's an American family that's currently living in Canada. They're biologists. Very fascinating people. I love them. He is a mycologist. She is a botanist. Fascinating human beings. And they're just cool people. And they want to work here and live here and be here. They have a friend who's already here. So that was cool. Their friend calls them up and says, yeah, you should come to Mexico. They're like, well, what do you mean? She says, yeah, we moved down to Bucerias. They're like, oh my gosh, that's our favorite place. So now they want to be here. Yeah. So, and I hope everybody does. You need to understand, we really feel that we are saving people's lives when we get them to move here. Truly. It's just with all the garbage going on up there, here, there is garbage. Please do not get me wrong. There is garbage, but it is a much freer garbage. It's like we're 40 years, 30 to 40 years behind Canada.
Reed just said, coffee's on, PJ day for everyone, and no bleeding or broken bones so far. It's a win.
That is very cool. Congratulations. So what else is going on in our world?
I don't know. We've been kind of stupid busy.
Yeah.
Between work, and we have a lot of clients in town that, of course, want to see us, want to spend some time with us.
Okay, so I have to ask you guys, a dump truck just went by. How was that sounding versus previously? Because we're using the lapel mics. Did you hear that as much as typical?
Or was it louder?
Or was it louder or whatever? We need to know these things because we're trying to work stuff out. Now, understand very soon, my office is going to be just down the street a bit, and I think that we'll be able to do coffee times from there, which will be better. Because, I mean, I can actually soundproof the room, etc.
I have to leave my house?
How difficult is it just to go a block and a half or 2 blocks away? But you've never done this in your pajamas.
It's true. Bernice Wiley, welcome. Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, Cheryl.
And Lori definitely could hear it a little louder.
Okay, thank you.
It makes sense. I mean, how can you not?
I don't know, because previously with this, I thought we would be able to control the volume to be more, in majesticals.
We'd have to do this. Okay, now how is that? Because I'll just stand here like that. It looks like I'm holding my boob.
It looks like
my breast.
I want peace. I want peace in the world. Give me peace in the world.
Oh, yeah, that truck smells. You can smell the diesel still.
Yeah. So where was Cheryl again?
I think they were like Thailand and Vietnam, and like they did that area.
I remember when going to Vietnam.
I believe. Good morning, Jolene.
Oh, it was funny last night because Christy thought she saw you, and it wasn't you. So, yeah.
I had someone waving at me, and of course it's dark. I didn't have my glasses on. And so I'm like, oh, I'm going to go say hi to Jolene and Larry. And then I get closer, and I'm like, oh, it's Doug and Katrina. But from the distance, I just couldn't see. So
well, she says to me, Larry and Jolene, and I'm looking around.
And he's looking everywhere for Larry and Jolene. He's like, well, there's Doug and Katrina. I'm like, oh, damn.
I can see that.
Which was and Cambodia, she said.
And Cambodia, wow.
Which was absolutely lovely to see them as well. Got to meet Doug's cousin.
Yep.
Ree said it's refined. It's refined definitely than in the States and Canada. I noticed that in PI and Mexico too.
What? What does that mean?
It's refined differently than in the States and Canada.
Must be defined differently.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. It's funny when people do spelling mistakes. Sometimes I can figure it out, and sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
My mom tried to hide behind us here.
It's like a little puppet. Look, there we go. Christy just did some coffee because we drank some already.
Diesel. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The diesel is refined differently.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because it is stinky. And it's an old beat up truck too, so that doesn't help. But we've noticed there's a development over here, and they had a back door, but we're not going to use that. Well, you know how many trucks and crap have been going past lately? Not impressed.
Yeah, well, they can take the highway and there's no dust.
Yeah.
But I think that their gas bill would go up
Yeah.
also.
And Jolene, I do miss you. I do miss you. But I was telling my Spanish teacher, John, sometimes hard to hear you. Oh, good. That's because I put my hand over his mic so we can't hear him.
Oh, that's interesting.
So are you?
I have no idea. So
She's
is it
doing
because I'm too loud and then go
Ninja
quiet, or do I
stuff.
start out quiet? I have no
You
idea.
can't hide from us, Mom.
No, please help me out here. Help me out, please. I will go to the office today to try and figure this out as well. I'm going to try recording a few videos today, see how that goes.
We don't have a ton of time because we have that appointment at 1.
Yeah, but after 1, then I can go back because we're going to be at the downtown tonight with the kids. And when are they going down?
I don't know. I haven't talked to Zach yet.
So please stop by the festival downtown. It's beautiful. It's great.
It's messy, dirty, stinky, loud.
But it's good.
I'm not a fan.
No.
The only reason why I'm even considering going to spend time there tonight is because I'm going to bring the girls and we're going to go on some rides with. Well, they're going to go on rides. I'm not going on rides.
Yeah, last time I went on a ride, did not end well. I went in Bucerius. We had our festival and we had the big swingy thing. And when I went on that, I thought it would be good, but then I was feeling a lot of pressure in my head, and pressure in my head is a bad thing. So yeah, my mom was downstairs. Stop! And I guess they let me off. So,
I went and stopped it. Your mom came and.
Okay, so yeah, Christy went and said, "Stop!" Then she's like, "What the hell are you doing on that ride?"
Did it again. Yes, we will meet up, and I will introduce you to Miss Kenzie because I think everybody needs to know Mackenzie. She's kind of awesome.
She's here tomorrow. I'm very, very beyond thrilled that she's going to be here. She's our oldest daughter, and she's a sweetheart. I mean, we had our youngest daughter here for a while and loved having her here. I just love having my kids here.
Yes, we do. We do love having them visit. We love having them go too. Love ya.
Yeah. So the people we were showing yesterday, one of them, their name was Spencer. And when I first called him, I said, we have a young son called Spencer. And I hope I have less problems from you than I had with young Spencer. And the wife's kind of like,
You're probably not.
You're probably
not gonna.
So Christy's determined that there is something about the name Spencer that just makes them a little wily when they're younger, and maybe when they're older too. Spencer, are you still wily? I don't know. Last time you were here, you didn't seem that wily.
Wily?
I don't even know what wily means.
Isn't that kind of conniving and?
I don't know. It's just English. How am I supposed to know English? Basic comprehension, basic grammar, basic understanding of the English language. I don't have that. You know that.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure wily is like slippery.
Sneaky a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's what wily is.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Did anybody tell me if my volume starts out high and then goes low, or is it just low?
No one has responded to your question. Hi, Larry. Larry will tell you.
We are looking for help here. Larry, is my volume high and then goes low because I have a cutoff? I don't know. Somebody help me out here. Am I still sounding like I'm quiet?
Crafty, sly, etc. Yeah.
Ooh, see, there we go. It is. I did have an understanding of wily.
Yeah, but our son wasn't crafty, sly, and sneaky. Like, that wasn't Spencer.
Oh, I used the wrong word. But I definitely got an understanding of the context.
I used the wrong word, but I know what it means. I just used
the wrong
goodness.
word.
Oh, my goodness. So Sunday, we are doing...
At least I didn't go, I can't do that.
Sunday, we are doing a big open house in La Cruz.
Yes. Please stop by the open house in La Cruz. It's going to be at Langosta, which as you're entering into the marina, it's about a block before then. It's on the same road. And gorgeous house. And it's by where Frascati was going to be.
There's going to be mimosas.
If we get orange juice.
We have to go to Costco tomorrow with
Okay.
Kenzie.
Do we still have champagne and stuff like that?
Si, senor.
Lots?
We bought. Yeah, I have.
Did you buy it for this or was it for Christmas?
both,
Okay.
but the majority of it is left. So we didn't
Awesome.
use it very much for Christmas.
I'm a little disappointed in you.
Why?
Well, because you didn't drink any.
But it was supposed to be for this thing. I bought it in advance for this, mostly.
So it's going to be from 12
I
to
think
3
there's
o'clock.
9 bottles.
12 to 3 o'clock on Sunday in La Cruz during the market. So the last hour, so I believe the Sunday market in La Cruz ends at 2. So we're keeping that last hour so that way when the people are leaving, they can just come in and see the property.
So Ree said it seems clear and more base. I haven't noticed any fluctuation except maybe a titch when you turn your head and torso away from the mic while talking. Not bad though.
Okay.
And Doug, good morning.
Hello, hello. Yeah, we saw Doug and Katrina yesterday. They were at Miguel Angels.
Miguel on his.
Yeah, but I think in English it's Angel.
Mike Angel.
Mike Angel. I like that. And that sounds like a TV show from the 70s.
It sounds like
This
that.
week
Isn't that?
Mike
Oh, it's
Angel.
Chris Angel. Is that magician? That creepy magician.
He is a creepy magician. Yeah.
Stuff that man does is interesting.
Yeah. I'm a magician. I can make Christie disappear just by opening my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Open your mouth and let your wife disappear.
Because I'm running away.
Exactly.
I agree, only when you turned your head. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So it could be your mama's problem.
Well, no. I think it's real. I think that there's something going on, and I just need to figure out, like, that just flashed. So I believe that we hit a level, either too low or too high.
It's you.
Could very well be.
It's all you.
Maybe. So what else is going on this weekend? It's a crazy life right now. We are in the middle of our high season. Offers coming in, offers going out. What else? I mean, that's it. Last year, though, I think we were so much busier this time of year.
I don't know what you remember from last year. I don't think so.
We sold 5 or 6 Riscos in a week, and it was the first week or second week or third week of January. We did that.
Yeah.
And plus all of the sales previously, etc.
Yeah, but I don't think we're that far off of what we did last year at this time of year with all the sales that we have going on. So I think you're delusional.
But we keep selling our listings.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I know, but they're selling so fast.
That's good.
We're not advertising or not telling people that things are selling.
Well, that's bad.
That is bad. We need to tell people because we need more listings. Right now, probably 70% of our business is buyers, and it should be 40%. So, and that is our bad. We cannot figure out what the heck, because when we sell properties, generally they go very fast. So it's just very strange to me when we list them.
Properties.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what to say.
Don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I
don't know what to tell you.
We will figure this out. And if we do find out that it's because people were saying bad stuff about us, we will hunt them down.
Beat them up.
I think what we should do is tell them dad jokes. Dad jokes, I think, is a punishment enough for most human beings. We didn't
talk about this, but on Wednesday night, we went to Meat for dinner. We had an incredible dinner.
We did.
The food was amazing. The service was astounding. So I don't get the bad reviews. I mean, I know a restaurant can do like one-offs, but...
Okay, one thing that we can talk about very quickly.
It's not cheap. It is not a cheap restaurant.
But this is one thing, though, that does need... Because everybody talks about how good their meal was. My steak was not good.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible.
It was a medium, and yours was like 300 to 400 pesos cheaper. And yours was a better steak.
Oh, yeah. Mine was an amazing steak.
But that is a problem at a place like this. No steak should be gristly or whatever. I'm fine with a gristly steak.
You had gristle?
Yeah, I had some.
But is that the type of steak it is in general?
I don't know. But why is your steak, which is almost half price,
because I'm smarter than you,
a better steak? But generally, though, the place was fantastic. If you're going to have appetizers, we had the pork belly and cheese, as well as the cauliflower. The cauliflower
was to die for.
flipping amazing.
Yeah.
And even the pork belly and cheese. Now, the pork belly and cheese, you get 100 grams. It's like 200 pesos, more or less, 180. How much was the cauliflower?
Around the same. It wasn't,
Yeah.
I mean, the restaurant's not cheap, you guys. It is not cheap.
No.
But, and so our friends that were with us, they enjoyed their steak.
Oh, yeah. Well, they got a
tomahawk, no, not a tomahawk, a porterhouse.
So they have different type of steaks. So they've got the steaks that you just buy. It's like 350 grams, 300 grams, 600 grams. The other steaks they sell by the 100 grams, but you've got to get a minimum of a certain amount. So a minimum of a kilo. So they say it's a minimum of a kilo.
That's a lot of bone.
But so they say a minimum of a kilo, and it's 187 pesos per 100 grams.
Yeah.
But you have to buy a minimum of a kilo. And they really do a terrible job of describing that. They really do.
The menu is not clear, but if you read it, it makes sense, right? So you have to really look. You can't just say, oh, I want that steak. Oh, look at that. It's only 180 pesos. Well, don't be dumb. Yeah. Sorry, don't be dumb.
Yeah.
Cauliflower is $8 a head. Enjoy it there. Yeah, I paid 36 pesos at Sam's for cauliflower the other day.
Which is $1.80. Well, in Canadian dollars, like $2.
Bree says that she is still looking for a hacienda style, reasonable, close to the beach. And then she says, I think it's got more about people expecting to pay bargain basement prices, entitlement syndrome. I had to rein in my kids when they acted that way on a trip.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are people that will be like, we just want a deal. I'm sorry, the deal stopped about 3-4 years ago. Last deal we sold, the last awesome deal.
That's a grumpy horse.
The last awesome deal I've seen is Punta Plata, the penthouse. That was the last deal where they got a 1.2, $1.3 million condo for 700 and some thousand. Like, that's a lot of equity, just signing the paperwork. And it's just because they had bought directly from the sellers and they worked out something, and it was fascinating. We managed the sale. We managed a lot of sales last year.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should do that more. If people want to buy directly from the sellers, then we can interject ourselves. And we really will save money for both parties.
Yeah, make sure that paperwork is all done properly, make sure capital gains are taken care of, closing costs are taken care of properly. We can help you. Even if you don't want to pay realtor fees, you can give us a transaction fee.
Yeah. What we're charging
it's the
now,
same thing. It's just a different name.
If we get like 1% from the seller, we now charge an additional 3% to the buyer. It's just that we need that 4% just to cover all of our costs and expenses.
Yeah.
It really is not a cheap business anymore.
No.
I mean, we start every single year now owing 125 plus thousand US dollars
by the end of the year.
By the end of the year.
We don't start owing that money, but
without even doing anything. Yeah. That's nothing. So anything that we make is then it's taxes, it's EVA, it's the people that we pay to get us the business. So it's probably closer to 200,000 is what it costs to run our business.
Don't make me sad.
Well, no, it's not sad.
That's money that I could put into dresses and traveling.
No, we wouldn't get that business. It's awkward. Running a business is strange to me. It's just that when we did it without running a business, we made okay money and it was all ours.
Yeah.
Now, we're building more of an empire. And I just don't want to get to that story of the man with the boat.
An empire.
The fishermen, where, you guys know the story where the fisherman's out there and this guy who's got an MBA comes up and says, hey, why don't you get 3 boats? And then you can just take some time off. And he goes to all these things. He builds this empire. And then he says to the guy, well, what can I do then? He says, well, then you can just sit on the beach and relax. And he says, like I'm doing right now. So it was fascinating to me.
I don't think that's how it goes.
That was the too long didn't read. TLDR.
Running a business is hard. It is, Julie. It's a lot of work. I mean, people think, oh, real estate, how can you charge so much? That's such an easy job. I mean, but it's not just the selling of the real estate. It's running the office. It's making sure that our agents know what they're doing and our staff knows what they're doing. And It's, and protecting our clients, and it's a big thing. And I mean, it's there's part of the business that's really tedious, and like accounting and all that kind of stuff, that normal stuff. But Bree says she's still kicking herself that she hadn't bought when they saw a 5-bedroom hacienda style that had fruit trees, garden area when the markets had tanked. It was only $259. Yeah, now it's probably $1 million.
Wow. Yeah, it's funny. People are like this all the time. They are. I mean, buying stuff can be terrifying. Buying stuff can be liberating, because buying stuff can be an addiction. You just need to find out what it is for you and go from there.
It's being able to bring a buyer and seller together and papering it properly.
Yeah. And thank you so much for your advice the other night too, Julie. That was really good for Christy to hear. I think it's going to be something that you'll be able to clear up in your life. So yeah, it's just things going on here, and it's nice chatting with people that have, similar issues, and they figured out what make it work for them. I did see on Netflix, Carol Burnett has a new series out with children, and what they do is they present
adult problems and get the kids to solve
kids.
it.
I just love that. To me, that's just fascinating.
That's a neat idea. So Doug said that he heard about a good restaurant on Las Cardenas where the bakery used to be. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, like Las Flores, maybe? I've heard it. That's one we've never actually been to. And I totally forget about that restaurant every time I want to go to a nicer high-end restaurant. So
you like to go to those restaurants?
I do.
I don't. And this is my biggest problem is, what are they cooking with? Is it real butter? Is it margarine?
It's way more likely to go to one of those restaurants and get real butter than the other ones.
Yeah, I'm just saying, though, because you never know what they're injecting into
real estate
food.
Is long hours and a whole lot of knowledge. You guys are good. Great. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And Julie is, okay, yeah, I get it. I know what you're talking about now. No problem.
Yeah.
I know it took me a minute you gave a lot of good advice that night. So I'm trying, which one is John saying I'm going to incorporate into my life? What did I miss? Yeah. But now I remember.
Also, I did buy the book. I think I told you guys I bought the book that was mentioned as well. And I'm very excited about that. So I will tell you guys about that book as I read it and discover things. And
we'll have to do a book club, Julie. So you guys have to read it. We'll read it, and then we can discuss it.
We had friends that were talking about a club where they get together and they discuss TV shows. Mm-hmm. So I love that idea also.
Like reality shows, that kind
of whatever. And I love that idea because book clubs.
Yeah, Kent is raving about it.
Books are so difficult for most people nowadays. We're so conditioned for video. Like we really are. When I used to read all the time, never would finish a book, but I have started hundreds and hundreds. And I've probably only read the end of maybe 30 books.
Not fiction. He doesn't read fiction.
No.
Never really has. A little tiny bit for a bit, but.
For a bit, yeah. Right before my dad died, I was reading just a touch of.
Book club, what did I miss? I love TV. I love Wednesday on Netflix. We haven't. I watched an episode of Wednesday with Zach and Chuita. It was actually pretty good, pretty dark, but pretty good. It's Addams Family Wednesday.
Yeah. I loved the Addams Family when I was a kid. I did.
Yeah, Addams Family.
But it would already be in reruns when I was a kid. It's so weird. As you get older, like you watch 70s shows, you see it's the 70s. There is something that's so golden about the 70s. The shows, the color of the film or the video that they use. It feels different. The 4:3 format for the video, because now it's 9:16. It's just crazy. Yeah, it feels like the 70s.
Julie said we do the series, get together and do a dinner and watch an episode or two a month. We choose a different one.
There you go. I love that idea. I looked for Yellowstone, and it's not available on any of the ones that we have. We have Netflix.
But I think we can get Paramount Plus for free also with Telmex. I'll look into it.
So it's so weird. In the old days, you just had cable.
Yeah.
Now they've split it up, and I think it costs more. So now we have Netflix, Amazon, Stars, Disney, HBO Plus. Anything else? Like, what the hell, man? Why?
We don't know.
Why?
You can probably download it.
I can. That's the thing. If I know what I want, that's easy. I can get that free of charge. Well, it isn't free of charge. I mean, I pay a lot a year and a month, but it's just so I can download. I can download a movie to watch in like 3 minutes because of the fiber optics.
Have any of you guys watched Yellowstone?
Yes.
And have you enjoyed it?
We've had so many people tell us.
I'm like one of the characters, so I really need to see it.
And it's funny because I thought Yellowstone was an older Western type thing, but apparently it's in the modern time, which has got to be easier for vehicles, etc. Because I can't even imagine if you're doing like a 1930s movie now, there's got to be a lot of CGI because a lot of those vehicles are gone, or it'd be crazy expensive.
Lori watched it. So you liked it, Lori?
Yep, well, apparently we've been told a number of times. When we went to the Dallas State Fair, that Yellowstone had a booth set up. It was huge. It was really nice. And you could get your, yay, I'm a Yellowstone guy. You know, we can get your picture taken. And they had the stars there and stuff. But we didn't really know anything about the show. And apparently it's like fifth year or something. We've never watched Breaking Bad. Never watched that Italian mafia thing from Sopranos. Never watched that. Orange never watched that. We didn't watch any of those kind of series. We are so behind on the culturally relevant programming, but it is programming. We need to remember that we are being programmed when you watch those shows. Netflix.
Lori loves Yellowstone. Ree says there's a lot of homage in it if you used to watch the old shows, mixed with a Nancy Drew teen sci-fi vibe. That's a take I didn't expect.
Wow, I like it. I love Nancy Drew books. I never read a Nancy Drew book. I read maybe one or two Hardy Boys books when I was a kid.
Haven't watched Yellowstone, but loved 1888. You can never go wrong with Tim McGraw, etc. Okay, so I did not. Okay, I don't know. She hasn't actually watched Yellowstone.
Well, if you've watched Yellowstone and you like it, please tell us.
Lori does.
Lori does. Thank you.
And I think Kent and Julie said they liked it.
Yes. So we will watch Yellowstone when we can find it available. Maybe I should just download it. I can download this series today at the office. And it only takes me like 30 seconds to go and start the download. Then I just kind of go through everything. And I have to show you, in the U.S., you can get all kinds of cool stuff. Last time we were in the States, I bought this in Dallas last year. This is a 1 terabit external hard drive that goes kick butt fast. So it's amazing to me. It's a SanDisk, and it just stays in my pocket. If I had a belt clip, I would just like clip it on.
Oh, hell no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I would.
No,
with my keys, and then I would fold my cigarettes up here so people could see the square.
You don't smoke, so.
Yeah, you know. It's very true. I don't smoke.
Cheryl loved the Yellowstone as well.
Thank you.
And I think your mom said she loved it. Also offshoots, 1883 and 1923. These were time sequenced before Yellowstone. Oh. Ree wants to know if anyone has watched 1923 with Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford. It's another Yellowstone prequel. And Judy said yes. Yellowstone is entertaining. I'm 2 seasons now. Oh, that's from Jim.
Fantastic.
All right, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Mirren.
I hate.
Oh, Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford.
I hate series because you're very vested.
Yeah.
You're like, you've got to get to bed. You've got appointments first thing in the morning, and then they leave this cliffhanger.
One more. Okay, just one more.
One more.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and then it's like, I'm not a kid anymore, and it affects you for 2 days.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get up for Spanish this morning. I'm like,
Well, we didn't go to bed terribly late last night.
But
you were crashed on the couch there.
No, I was doing my nails last night. I didn't fall asleep on the couch last night. It was the night before I fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys.
We will watch Yellowstone.
We're going to watch Yellowstone, then we can discuss it. We're going to go now, and we will chat with you guys all very soon. Have a fantastic weekend.
Yes.
And
if you're in Bucerius, you need to go to this festival. It's a fun. Yes, you do. It's a great time.
We have gone every year for 20 years.
We've never gone to the Catholic Church once during the festival. We hear it's all beautiful now.
Yeah, it's all decked out with flowers and stuff. Like old school Star Wars movies and the prequels, which I just can't get into. Well, yeah, I mean, the prequels I haven't watched. I had watched the first 6, I think. I don't think I've watched any of them since.
No.
All right. Have a great one, you guys. Adios.
Adios. Or as they say on Yellowstone, I have no